I'll shoot if I have to. Just turn around and leave. I know how to use this thing, and I will.
Oh my God. Who are you?
I'm nobody. Just go away. I'm not going to let anyone take my stuff again. No way. Both of you, just go! I don't know. You're kind of scaring me. Why should I listen to you? The crew? No one's been looking for that crew since before I was born. So tell me another lie. Go ahead.
You were born here? Hold on. Oh my God. Your parents, your mum and your dad, what were their names?
Jenna and Elias. Why?
Jenna and Elias. Private Jenna Marsh and Corporal Elias Obrist. You're their daughter. Listen to me. I knew your parents. They worked with me on the Dauntless. I'm Commander Sarah Morgan.
You're Sarah Morgan? Mom and Dad's captain? My parents used to talk about you all the time. It's like a dream to finally meet you. My parents told me she was in command of their ship in a huge battle. They said she was a hero and the bravest person they ever knew. Yeah? Well, you're too late. My parents are dead. My father died a long time ago. And my mother, she was killed by those monsters at the graveyard. It's just me here now. All by myself.
Let me ask you a question. Actually, I don't even know your name.
Oh, yeah. My name's Sona.
Sona. What a lovely name. Sona, you mentioned a graveyard. Is that where the crew is, you know?
Buried? Yeah. It's a bunch of stones with those necklaces like the ones my mom and dad had hanging on them.
Thank you, Sona. I'm going to talk to my friend here a minute, okay?
Okay, Sarah.
Okay.
Phew. I don't even know where to begin. Whew. Yeah. That's probably good advice. Oh, there's so much to process. But I don't have time to deal with it right now. If you want to help, then find that graveyard and bring me those necklaces Sona mentioned. I'm hoping they're my crew's gene tags. Good. Just be careful. Sona's monsters are undoubtedly hostile life forms that have claimed the graveyard as their territory.
Oh, next task. Gonna let the arrows on the scanner report to us the normal path to the graveyard. I'm going to see if I can deal with anything at extreme long range. What? Oh, just a waypoint. Have the graphics turned down or something? I'm getting a bunch of pop-in. Let me check. Yeah, looks good. Old bug scavenger. So I shot it, and it didn't even move. Apparently that was a one-shot, one-kill. Something friendly. Okay, can't. Oh, there we can scan it. Nothing to loot, and it lights up on the scan, but I can't scan it. Yeah, that's clearly a bug. I mean that in the normal sense of the word. But these scavengers are what took over the graveyard. This should be pretty easy. So, if there was a structure over there, there were people at it any time since this crash, these guys should have been rescued. So, to the people who say that the random points of interest are too far apart, I say that point of interest shouldn't even exist. Now, I don't feel like I am too high a level. These guys are kind of easy to take down, so I am coming to the conclusion that the actual things to kill for this quest are going to be a lot tougher. How do I get the feeling that stealth isn't going to be that? So these little fire leaf things kind of shook around and went boom. And now I can't scan them. Interesting. Okay, so we have gene tags. Try to get all of them. So there's 4. That one's missing. 7, 8, 9. We're missing one. Of course, the counter is lagged way behind. So, greater silverfish, level 35. Damn it. And that one has the last gene tag. Power have I got going? I need first atmosphere. I sense a need to persuade coming up soon.
No! How many times do I have to say it? I said I don't want to go! Leave me alone!
Sona, calm down and listen to me. It's much too dangerous to stay here all by yourself, darling.
I don't care. This is my home. You can't make me leave.
We
We
could
can't
arrange to
leave her
give her
here. It's not
supplies.
safe. She has to come back with us to Jemison.
Or we could bring supplies
I don't know
out
what
to her.
do. Can you talk to her?
I am going to go with this one.
How can you expect someone who's been brought up in this environment to be able to make rational decisions? For God's sake, she's just a kid. Look, you've never steered me wrong before. If you truly believe she can make her own decisions, I'll back off.
I can hear you talking about me. And I don't care what either of you say. I'm not going anywhere.
Look, I'm clearly out of my element here and not in the right state of mind. Could you just talk to her, please?
Okay, I will make a attempt to persuade. Ooh. translation guide. And
Why won't Sarah listen to me? Mom told me 1,000 times that it wasn't Sarah's fault that that I'm stuck here. That still doesn't mean I should leave the only home I ever had, does it? Mom and Dad told me there was a whole universe out there, with thousands of planets. They showed me the maps and the star charts. That does sound pretty cool, but it's also kind of scary. It would be hard to leave the only home I've ever known. Well, I've always dreamed of finding a place that's safe from the monsters. But leaving Mom and Dad behind, it's really hard. Even though they're dead, I don't want to abandon them. Yeah, you're right. I never thought of it that way. I'm sorry I yelled at everybody. I know you and Sarah are just trying to help. I'm going to go get my stuff and then I'll board your ship. Don't worry, I'll stay out of the way until we get, wherever we're going.
so, no persuade check, huh? A few things are worth picking up. Books. It'd be weird if she had contraband. Oh, I still need to speak to Sarah. And she's still inside.
That poor girl. I hope we've made the right decision. Oh, I do hope that's true. We're ripping Sona from the only home she's ever known and casting her back into society. It's going to be difficult for her to adjust to the changes. Wherever she ends up, just promise me we'll check on her from time to time. Please. Thank you. Look, before we leave Cassiopeia behind, I wanted to say one more thing to you. Perhaps at the overlook we passed on the way here? I promise it won't take long. Let's go. Look, before we head back to the ship, I wanted to tell you how much of an amazing gift this has been. You had to push me to come out here, and if I hadn't have listened to you, the universe would probably have never known about that little girl. And I intend to repay you for that, even if it takes the rest of my life. You know, this is the second time I've been on this world. And until this very moment, I never stopped to reflect at just how magnificent it was. Oh, look at this place. This is the reason I'm out here, exploring the stars. Worlds upon worlds, just waiting to have their beauty discovered. Shedding this burden of my past has finally allowed me to open my eyes, wider than they've ever been opened before. And it's all because of you. Still giving lessons to the teacher, eh? Some mentor I've turned out to be. Well, I suppose it's time to bid goodbye to Cassiopeia once again. This time, under much happier circumstances. Now, let's head back to Jemison. I want to give those gene tags you gathered to Admiral Logan, and figure out what we're going to do with Sona.
Okay, retitling this particular save. And we can fast travel back to New Atlantis. Do need to pick up ship command, just like it hints that there.
While we're here, let's swing by Centaurian so I can pick up some ammo.
And the quest takes us to Admiral Logan.
Interstellar shipping rates aren't that bad. The insurance is where they get.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving. Okay, no bounty.
Something on your mind?
So
Another
back
day?
to Admiral
Another credit.
Logan.
What was the name of that guy, the contact for the job?
And again, it's not pointing me at this one. I believe his sister. Yeah.
Pardon. The UC military's lucky to have you. Welcome back. Did you find your answers?
And we did it for the child that was marooned there. A child, born from two of the crew, that survived the crash. After her parents died, that poor girl spent years surviving on that hostile world, alone. We abandoned her, Admiral. We let her down.
I'm sorry. I had no idea. How could we have possibly known? Yes, of course. I think we can all agree that this was another unfortunate circumstance of the colony war.
What you'd call an unfortunate circumstance, I call a tragedy.
You're absolutely right, Sarah. It is a tragedy. One thing that I can assure you is that the names of these men and women will never be forgotten. I'll see to it personally.
Thank you, Admiral.
Good luck to both of you. It's been an honor.
Once we're done here, we should have a little talk with Sona. Poor thing's waiting for us at the lodge.
I think we can go include that in this recording. Fast travel from here. Maybe. It might not get us any closer, though. Oh, it did. Good.
I can't think of a better place to recharge and ready ourselves for our next mission.
And
I guess we need to talk.
there's some.
There you are. I was wondering when he'd come and say hi to me.
Hello, Sona. I see you found your way to the lodge without any trouble.
Yeah, it was kind of hard though. All these people around. Never seen so many people in my entire life. I think I like it. I don't know yet, but it's all really new to me.
You'll fit in just fine. You're one of the smartest people I've ever met. So, what do you think? Do you like it here, Sona?
At the lodge? Yeah, this place is huge. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. You must be like a bazillionaire, Sarah.
Oh, don't I wish? This place isn't mine alone. It belongs to everyone who's a part of Constellation. And I think it should belong to you too, Sona. I want you to stay here and make this your home.
Whoa. Does that mean I get to go exploring with both of you? Or wait, do I get my own ship?
Exactly. And don't worry. At the rate you're growing, it won't be long until you're grav-jumping to unexplored star systems on your own ship.
I understand. Oh, and don't worry, I learn real fast, so you better get ready to have another member of Constellation signing on for missions.
I can't wait.
Well, anyway, thanks for letting me stay here. I promise I won't let either of you down.
I'm sure that you won't. Well, I think we should let Sona get settled. If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to visit the Colony War Memorial now. I want to pay my final respects.
Colony War Memorial. This is a lot more running around at the end of the quest than I thought.
Can't get enough.
So, there's Jenna. And there's Elias. So, the names are already here.
Look at this. All these people. Their entire lives distilled down to names on a memorial. I wonder how close I came to being reduced to just a name. I am proud. I was simply too foolish to realize it until you changed my perspective. You know what? You're absolutely right. I do. Which is why we really need to talk about our friendship and where things are headed with us. Just let me have another moment here, and then we can head over to the waterfall, so we can talk in private.
It's not letting me out of the dialogue so I can leave her in peace for a bit.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's go.
Both are
Waterfall
owned
is...
by Ryuji, so yeah, you're supporting him anyway.
Let's see. Looks like it's taking us down to the net.
It was virtual, but
If you
still.
ask me, it's always
And Wall Promenade.
When things at the lodge are too much, I love coming to this spot to just sort of, I don't know, melt away for a while. It's lovely here, isn't it? I've been from one end of the settled systems to the other, but this place, this exact spot, there's nowhere else like it in the galaxy. I knew you'd appreciate it. I usually come up here to mull over some of the heated debates we have at Constellation. You'd be surprised how many decisions I've made on this very spot. That's actually why I asked you to meet me up here. I was hoping we could talk about something very important. I know you are. Just give me a moment. I have a lot I need to say. It's about my return to Cassiopeia. What we learned about Sona has been constantly replaying in my mind. Maybe it sounds crazy, but that young girl's isolation feels like a reflection of my own life. Maybe. But for how long? I've spent my life surrounded by all sorts of people. Constellation, the Navigator Corps. Hell, even the UC military. Despite that, no matter how hard I've tried to make them a part of my life, they tend to drift away and disappear. Are you sure? For all we know, it's in my nature to keep people at arm's length. Or worse, push them away. Right now? Are you talking about Constellation? Or what exactly are you saying?
So we could jump right to romance here without ever having flirted with her.
You
Doesn't sound
have
right.
no idea how relieved I am to hear you say that. To be honest, I was afraid this conversation was going to wind up with you storming away. I'm glad I was wrong. Until now, I never realized that having someone like you by my side could make me feel at peace. and I never want that feeling to end.
Okay. 24. Let's see. Our starship design, we want to put more points in to get that up to 4 eventually. There is a starship command that allows us to get more crew. Social? The ship command is way down here. Need to put a lot more points in social to get down there, so let's start working on that. We may need to start putting 1 point each into some of these social skills that the first point opens up more dialogue options. I don't think we need to put more points in that in them, since we're just trying to get down to leadership and ship command. Now I'm curious as to what my affinity level is with her. 855. So last I checked, Barrett was at 320, Andrasia was at 286, and Sam was at 185. So Sarah is like way out front. It's probably time for me to team up with somebody else and get their affinity coming up. So I want all of these people to be good friends. Let's see, what do we have? That finished that off. So here's our Crimson Fleet quest. I have never done the Ryujin quests. Probably should do those at some point. And this gets us back on the main quest line. Might want to go do the main quest line at this point, since we have done the we've done the faction quest for UC, we've done the faction quest for Freestar Collective. The moment we start deep cover, we need to see it through, because during deep cover you are allied with the Crimson Fleet. It means most of the ships we encounter that we would normally shoot at are going to be friendly. I think the next thing to do is do all that money could buy, make that our quest, and I'm going to hit the bed at Constellation and start a new recording. And we will switch companions when we get back to the ship. In fact, I think I'm going to go offline to do that ship refit that I keep forgetting to do, and juggle my companions around, check the affinities on everybody, and pick who's going to
Walter
be.
spends a fortune to maintain the lodge, but I'd say it's worth every credit.
Pick which companion's going to help me out with whatever it is Walter's got on his mind. I may end up being locked with Walter being my companion, but that's all right.